Morning, Hot Wheels fans. Welcome to my Hot Wheels Redlines collection. I've been wanting to do this video for a little while, but I'm not really sure if there's any information out there on Paddy wagons, but I figured it would just be something I would share with people. If you are thinking about buying Paddy wagons for your collection, because they are still affordable if a person wants to try to gather some for their collection. But maybe this is just more for me. I don't know. But I just wanted to share this. There's a lot of Paddy wagons out there, as you can see in front of you here. These are all different gears. And a lot of people that list them for sale, they look at the patent date, and they assume that the patent date is the year the car was made, and that's not the case here. So we'll start off with the 1970s, and we'll kind of look at the 70s stuff, and then we'll move on through the years here of what Mattel put out there. So when you look at a 1970s, they have painted interior, they have a painted grille, they have capped wheels, so you can see the interior's painted. And then they have gold letters, and there are some out there in 1970 that have silver letters. So you could see on this one, the way that they label these, this is a Hong Kong version. So they did Hong Kong and they did US versions in 1970. So if you look at the US version, it's basically identical other than the color of the glass. So if you look at this one, you can kind of see it's got a blue tint to it, and then this one has more of a clear. And they did the same thing. You had the painted grille, painted interior, you had the glass, the back seats and stuff in there were painted, capped wheels, and then you can clearly see that this one here is a USA car. So when you look at these to buy these, the Hong Kong's a little harder to get, but you can clearly see how they stamp Hong Kong in the bottom here, and then USA, okay? So that one will cover the 1970s. Remember, you had painted interior, you had glass, painted grills, and nice metal bases. So in 1973, they came out with a remake, but you no longer had the glass. So you'll see a lot of people will list these things as missing glass, and it's not missing the glass. In order to save money, they actually removed the glass. They no longer painted the interior. As you can see, it's just bare metal. You had a hole-through wheel in the front, and this is important, and capped on the back. This is the only way they did these in 73. So when you're looking and you see somebody have the hole-through and the cap, and they're listing it as a 69 for, say, 40 bucks, that's probably a pretty good buy. So I would recommend, if you saw something like that, that you would pick up the 73. And you can clearly see on this one, it's a Hong Kong made car. So in 73, they had shut down the US manufacturing and strictly went with Hong Kong, okay? Then in 1974, and this is where some of the confusion comes in, because they did a car in 74, they did a car in 76, and then of course they did the 73. And you'll find a lot of these cars are listed as 69s. So let's look at this one. So in 1974, you had hole-through wheels in the back and in the front. So you had that piano wire in there. Once again, no glass because they got rid of it in 1973 to save money. No painted interior, but you have a metal base, okay? And this is important because the way people list this The 74 and the 76 look pretty close to being identical, and they get mislabeled a lot when people try to sell them. So this one, again, you can see is a Hong Kong made car. Unpainted interior, no glass, no painted grills. And that was something too they did in 73, is they quit painting the grill as well. Guess I kind of forgot that, but you can kind of see what no paint compared to these two. Now in 76 is when they made a change. So they went from the metal base in 74 to a plastic base in 76. And this is where a lot of people get confused, because people will list these as 74s. So unless you're kind of paying attention to what's going on when you're buying these things, you might pay too much money for a 76 thinking you're buying a 74. So the only way to identify the change is the base. So this one, 74, metal base. 76, plastic base. But when people look at these, they all look the same. So the wheels and the bases are where people are able to tell the difference. And then in 78, they went all black wall. So there's no longer the red stripes on the wheels. You still have the unpainted interior, no paint on the grill, no paint on the back, Hong Kong car, and yeah, a little bit of kid paint. I think that looks cool. But so you guys see the difference? And I think a lot of people, like I said, they get confused when they list these things for sale, because everybody thinks they have a 1970, or everybody thinks they have a 1973 or 74 Flying's color. So people just study, and hopefully this video might help you if you are looking to buy these cars. Like I say, 1970s, paint interior, paint grill, windshields. 73, you had a hole-through wheel in the front, capped in the back. 74, you had hole-throughs all the way through on the wheels with a metal base. In 76, you had hole-through wheels all the way through, no windshield, but they went to a plastic base. And then in 78, they went to black walls. No windshield, unpainted, just like I described earlier. So that kind of covers the Paddy wagons. And I know for myself, it took me a little bit of studying to figure out all the different Paddy wagons they had done to make sense, so that I wasn't wasting my money buying something that I wasn't sure I knew what I was buying. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but anyways, you get it. And with that being said, I hope everybody learned something from this one. I don't know. I just thought I'd throw this out there. With that, everybody have a great day. Stay blessed out there, and I will see you on my next video. Bye.